Coming up this week on the Afro Journal.
From the guy that you actually thought that you were going out with, but it was in your head. Like, because he weren't going out with you. To him. To me, that's a joke, innit? Like, and that's just ongoing. Do you know what I mean? Like, how are you dating someone and they don't know that you're dating them?
Are you from attracted? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Afro Journal podcast, where we aim to bridge the gap between the African diaspora and the continent through open dialogue, shared experiences, and good vibes. Today we have another anger. It's your boy, your extra luggage, your chef, Birero, Peter Ekechike Tibuzo Aliogo Jr.
And it's your girl, your chocolate glazed donuts, melanin queen, Bole Akume.
With the natural hair.
Always, always, always.
Yeah, she's a mover.
It's funny. Sometimes they feel you in life. That's just it. Like that's the problem we have with this nigga. Sometimes they feel you in life. He doesn't deal with black women enough to know that that's the police natural hair. But it's alright. We move on from that. You know, it's your reliable king. You know,
so that's what you did now. All right, okay.
You know, it's your reliable boy. Yeah, your toasted caramel, your vintage chocolate, your calm in your storm. You know, I am your North Star, Chisom, Ejikeme, Jeremiah, Okafu.
All right. So since I feel, with black women a lot, I need advice. I need to seek advice. And today on the Afro Journal, I need huge help. We're going to be listening to a series of videos, a series of segments of videos about dating black from the woman's perspective. Yep. Shout out to the person who created this. Is from BET UK, and we're just going to react to it.
On the girl them,
share
we talking.
Thoughts.
Can I just say this
I
very
need
basic.
I need to get my.
So what you said?
I need to get the black girl's experience. I need to get that. The know-how from them. You understand? Like how to cuff them. So.
Oh, we're about to bring you back home today. It's alright. We're about to bring you back home today.
Yeah,
but
shout out to my. I'm a UK nigga as well. So.
You were born there.
I need to represent.
Drop some UK bars for us. And pick up
that
lines.
thing goes.
Fail.
Just
and I do boom.
Oh my god, man.
That's all. That's all.
Let me know if
I hype myself.
Anyways,
all right, let's get right into it. My beautiful black queen.
You need to break every generational curse. It's
Listen,
on you.
there and then.
You are the black love that's going to do it.
Hi, I'm Tonya Mack, director, filmmaker, and storyteller. Amongst my peers, the narratives around dating have felt really toxic and negative of late, so I wanted to create a space to have fun, honest, and grounded conversations. It's time to change the story. This is Dating Black.
It's so love, it's so love, it's so love, it's so love. It's so love, it's so love, it's so love. It's so love, it's so love.
Are you single, dating, in a committed relationship, or is it complicated?
What a question. All right, let's go around the table. So let's ask ourselves. But are you dating, single, or in a relationship, or is complicated?
I'm single like a Pringle.
Damn.
No
Nobody can
complications.
play me.
No complications.
No complications? No endeavors?
No.
No prospects?
No. We're not putting any energy out there yet.
Chisom?
Yeah, for me, I'm definitely single. No complications here as well.
I'm also very committed to God.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
I don't know about that one. No.
Hallelujah.
I don't know if God can claim you. Like if
God
God was
can
going to
always
rate you, he'd be
claim
like,
God.
nah, man, you definitely cheat on him all the time. But it's alright. This is what it is.
That's actually a good one right there. I rate that. Let's get right into it, man.
I am single.
What did you say? Do you want to go first? I don't think so. I think you should.
Well, I've got a boyfriend. I'm in a relationship.
Can we just pause?
Yeah.
Let's
I'm
appreciate this
single.
woman. Peter, I beg, pause. Can I just say that Uche is looking nice?
Naija babe.
Naija babe. Umi is a
Naija
Naija
babe.
babe as well too, but shout out to Uche, man. Peter, do you think these are real hair?
Yeah,
or
I
natural?
mean-
Is this a natural hair?
No. That's not natural.
That's not that. You sure?
100%.
You sure?
You sure? She
Yeah.
could have just dyed it.
I mean,
Nah. The way it's coming off the roots, you can see it is.
yeah.
There's
Not
something
the
there.
fact
There's
that it's
some foreign
straight.
object.
Not the fact that it's straight.
There's some foreign object.
Yeah. Okay.
Straight or not straight. I mean, you can have curly hair, and you can still be fake. Shout out to Bola. But that's the thing. You have to look at the top of the dome,
Oh, the dome, yeah.
The roots,
the hairline.
the scalp.
Okay.
See, if you're seeing hairlines like pop out in places where it's not supposed to pop out,
Yeah.
it's not.
Okay. What about?
I mean, it looks good. Don't get
What
me
about
wrong.
Wumi?
Yeah, that one is not a real hair, bro. Come on.
For yourself. Clap for yourself.
But Uche, I'll say that Uche's eyebrow, her makeup, is looking nice.
Facts. It is
Right?
very subtle.
It's looking nice.
Looking nice. Not too crazy. But
Yeah, I need to see her legs though to know that she's toned. I need some toned legs.
I just see those legs. I mean, she's an Igbo babe, so the legs are likely to be looking nice. Igbo girls are known for having nice legs. I don't know if you know that.
I'm like, let's continue this video, man.
Do you want to elaborate on that?
I am single.
Can you pause,
And,
please? I know I'm pausing
yeah,
a
no,
lot,
Jesus
but I just want to appreciate.
ring.
The tongue ring. The teeth are looking nice too, though. But I just want to appreciate her skin. Her skin actually looks very nice. What's her name? Hema? Or whatever.
Hema.
Like, it looks very. I don't know if this is like, there's no makeup look. But it looks pretty natural here, But I don't know, we'll see. But she's looking nice.
Okay. We're going to compliment every girl under the moon today.
Oh, no, I was just appreciating the skin itself. Like, the skin was looking nice,
Okay,
so I had to appreciate. Peter obviously
Yeah,
doesn't
guys,
share that
let's watch
sentiment.
this video. Shut the fuck up, man. Let's watch
It's
this
alright, we do
video.
your time.
We move.
Yeah, and a situationship, maybe. I'm single.
I'm in a committed relationship.
Yeah.
I'm single, very single.
I'm in a committed relationship. I like that, the strength
Yeah.
of that word, committed.
You know what I mean?
Love
Because
that.
everyone's committed.
That's true.
That's
Not everybody's
facts.
It's
committed.
true.
People in
Some
relationships
people,
and there's no commitment.
and they're just doing anyhow.
Well, some people call that an open one, an open relationship.
That's true.
But it's only an open relationship if both people know.
How is it for you?
Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, that's
It
Baddie
is
straight up
what
asking.
it
Like your friend who's in a committed relationship asking you, how is it, man? Girls like, it is what it is. Wow.
Nah, but I relate. It is what it is.
It is what it is, man. There's nothing you can do about it. I mean,
Oh my gosh.
I am dating. Yeah, it's good. It's great. It is lovely. There's a consistency there. Do you know what I mean? That's different from when you're single. Every day is like who knows what I'm getting. And also, I'm always on like the edge of a cliff because you never know. One conversation is done.
I'm married. It wasn't one of the options, so.
Oh, yeah.
I was
Well,
wondering.
committed, in my head, I was thinking, committed relationship, married.
I feel like I've been dating for a long time. And, you kind of get used to the motion. Yeah. But then obviously when you obviously date and then you meet people that you like and you potentially think, okay, yeah, like this person I can be with or this person actually I'll take quite seriously, and then it goes left. Yeah. And then you just think, rough.
And then they break your heart.
That's kind of my life.
well, it's just like you have a lot of experiences like this.
Well, they get
I
really
do.
elaborate.
This is my life. This is my current life. I don't know why these men just enjoy playing me. It's like I have a stamp here. Play me.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn, we need
Do you,
to call
do you
these
think
men
that
out.
is actually that's deep though? If you look and think about that, like you have a stamp called "Play Me." Do you ever psychologically like sit down and ask yourself why? Like, why do I attract men that want to play me?
I don't know. Like, I really don't know. I feel like I'm such a catch. Like, I have so much going for me. But the men I attract, it doesn't click. It doesn't work.
Damn.
Do you think
But
it
maybe
was-
I'm also expecting too much too early. So,
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And what's the age range are you dealing with? Let's ask that question.
like my age, like 23,
that's-
24.
That's your answer right there. Let's move on.
So that's the answer right there.
Life at the minute. Marriage is sweet.
Marriage is sweet.
Yeah.
Well, dating. Do you know what? It's been really good. It's been quite fun, scarily fun. I'm not really used to like dating someone and it being fun. I'm always waiting for drama or waiting for the penny to drop.
A lot of people feel like they need to be X, Y, Z before they can be in a relationship, and I think that's very much like
What do you mean?
oh, I need to have all my things together before I can like explore. You know when people are like, oh, you need to love yourself before you can love someone else?
Yeah.
I don't necessarily
No, I don't agree with
that the whole way.
What do you guys think about that?
I definitely agree with that. I mean, not with what they're saying, but I feel like you do need to love yourself before you can take on loving another person.
I think I understand what she's trying to say. Is that you're always pushing the idea that you need to love yourself constantly, wholly, fully, like you need to be in this certain position, then you cannot date. That's what I think she's trying to say. That like the idea of trying to be complete or perfect before you enter dating doesn't really work, because you can never really reach that point. That's always
but that's not what she said.
There's more growth.
That's not what she said.
I mean, that's what I'm getting from her information.
Because I'm just taking what she said.
No, but like,
I mean, I was just going for what she said. What I heard.
Context.
What I heard, right? She was like, when people are like, oh, you need to be complete, you need to be whole, you need to love yourself. To me, I'm like, you need to at least love yourself, before you get in a relationship. And loving yourself also comes with knowing yourself, right? You need to know a part of who you are. Now, you're not going to know yourself completely, because when you get in a relationship, you're going to adapt, you're going to change, you're going to grow, you're going to learn new things, you're going to add new opinions into your life. But you have to have that base, because that's when if your partner says something, that's when insecurity starts to build up, right? Because you don't really know who you are. So a lot of your identity now comes from your partner, and that's when things can begin to go left field. So that's why I'm like, you have to love yourself and know who you are at a base level. Then obviously there will be more room for growth after that.
Beautifully said.
I mean, I understand what you're trying to say, but what I'm getting from her, the phrasings and like the lingo that she was using, because I'm UK, I understand what she's trying to say. You guys were not born there. You understand? So let me break down what my babe Uche is saying.
English out here is the most jacked up one here. But it's alright. Let's hear what you understand about it.
I mean, I still passed my English exams. I'm not speaking it, but I'm writing. All right, I'm writing that. I'm doing what do you call it? A, B, C, D, E, F. Multiple choice questions. That's what I'm doing. All right. But I think what she was trying to say is that the expectation for you to reach that, I need to completely love myself. I need to, be whole and complete before I can achieve this goal of entering a relationship. I think that's what she's trying to say. I think people put too much pressure on themselves of trying to be in a relationship or trying to be perfect before they enter a relationship, and that's really unrealistic. And that's what she's trying to call out. There's always that image or that signal of make sure you love yourself completely. Make sure you do this before you if you're fat and you're insecure, you're still can't be loved. You understand what I'm trying to say? Yeah, you can still if you're if you have insecurities, you're always going to have insecurities. So you can never truly be perfect. So it's okay to be in a relationship at that stage. Obviously, there's the toxic level. Yeah. And I understand, but I think what she was trying to say is that don't put too much pressure on you to be perfect before you try to get into a relationship. That's what
there's room for growth.
Yes. Let's move.
Describe dating black in the UK right now with one word.
So ghetto.
The ghetto.
Wow.
Hard.
Hard.
I was just say interesting.
I'm gonna say Tyron to start with. It's a Russian roulette kind of thing. Like you just never know where linking with one person's gonna lead you in your life, and 6 months down the line, you're stressed. You've put on 2 stone, and you're not quite sure where the last 6 months of your life has gone, and it will just end like that. And then you're back on this ride again and doing it with somebody else.
Pilgrimage. And I say that because it's like a journey. You don't know where you're gonna end up half the time. You're just going and trying and going. Sometimes it's not easy.
Chaotic.
Oh, that's a good word.
Chaotic. We say that all the time.
Imbalanced.
Just sorry, it doesn't feel like anyone knows what they're doing. I feel like people think they know what they're doing, but we don't really know.
I feel like it's just complicated. I don't know why there's this gap between dating exclusively and boyfriend and girlfriend. It's like people are really scared of this boyfriend and girlfriend word, but then dating exclusively is kind of like boyfriend and girlfriend. So it's just complicated.
I think it's so complicated, because it's there's just bare rules that you don't know are rules. Then on top of that, you've got the whole black love existential crisis. So any black couple that's together,
it's for
everyone's
you to break every generational curse. It's
listen,
you are the black love that's gonna do it. You're gonna fix everything.
Exactly.
Are you gonna fix us, Priscilla?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm rooting for you.
All right, so let's break that down. I think there are 3 things I got from that. I mean, the choices of words: pilgrimage, ghetto, unbalanced, unbalanced, chaotic, hard. I mean, do you think it's the same thing, Bola and Chisom? in the US as well?
I agreed with every word they said. In my head, when she asked that question, the first word that came to my mind was the ghetto.
Damn.
That's literally what it is. At least for me, that's how it's been.
Yeah, I'll say this. I think a lot of my female friends share that sentiment. A lot of my guy friends do, right? I haven't really asked them, but like, I think a lot of my female friends will share that sentiment. And they think it's the ghetto is hard because guys are not ready to commit, but then they want relationship things, so they want to go out on dates with you. They want you to claim them, you know, but just don't call them their boyfriend. They want you to only mess with them, only sleep with them, you know, like do all this.
But they're sleeping and messing with other girls.
Yeah, do all this exclusive shit, but they don't want to be your boyfriend, pretty much. It's like, okay, like, so I think that's what a lot of women share, at least in my opinion here. But for me, I think dating is, I don't think dating has ever been very complicated, even though I'm not really in the game that much, you know what I'm saying? But like, I think if you overcomplicate it, it will be complicated. You know, if you're trying to dibble and double, if you're trying to do different things, it will obviously be hard because you're like, I don't know. To me, you're jumping into different things when like it's easy to like just weed out some things from the get-go. But for me, it's like, it's pretty simple because you can just weed out things. You can just weed out things from the get-go and then you just simplify your life from there. But if you're trying to have fun, I guess the ghetto is fun too.
The ghetto is not fun.
All right, let me give my opinion. Yeah, I don't date. So I have no concept of what the dating scene is like. Because of all the girls I've been with, I've usually been close proximity, you know, and I never really had a problem with calling the ghetto because I've never had an intention of dating. So I have no validation or to give an opinion on this. But another point, but so you brought this up as well, was like, trying to be exclusive but not having the boyfriend and girlfriend tag. That was a major thing that I had.
Yeah.
Can you break that down? Like, what do you think the problem is that people are non-committal nowadays?
Like, I think from a guy's perspective, it's more like they can get most of what they want without putting a title on it. So why would they, right? Like, like when you think about like the things that guys are looking for, it's nothing. They're not really looking for relationship. Like, eventually we will, right? Like, when we want to start a family, when you're ready to have kids, you know, you want to do that in a committed relationship. But we're not like looking for a girl that will call. I mean, let me say I don't think most guys are looking for a girl that they will call and talk to, that will listen to all my problems. It's like, I'm not really looking for that, you know. Like they're trying to have sex. Maybe they're trying to have a good time here and there. Maybe go out on the weekend and that's it. You know, like they're like, I'm done with you. If I can get that without putting a title on the girl, why would I do that? Right. So that's when then girls, they want that, but then they want more as well. Like, you don't want to be like, okay, I can call this guy my man's, I can rely on him, I want to be exclusive with him, I want to be his girl, But it's like, so that's when that disconnect now comes, when like the guys are like, I don't really need the relationship, I have everything I need. Girls are like, I have some of what I need, but I still want more. So that's when like, but like that more, and it just never gets there. And it's like,
I think for us, it's just like a sense of security. Like, if I can call you my boyfriend, that like, in our minds, that's like, okay, you're not going to go talk to another girl. You're not going to start dating somebody else. But if that like stability, that security isn't there, then for us, it's like, oh, you could wake up tomorrow and be like, oh, I don't want to mess with her anymore.
True.
So that's where it gets tricky.
Yeah. And I think
I will give my opinion about this.
Yeah.
Let me just break down my opinion about. I think why most guys, or what my experience of why I didn't want to put the boyfriend and girlfriend tag, was I was not committed and I wasn't ready to be seen in a relationship. You know what I mean? And I didn't see a future with her as well. Let me be frankly honest with you. I found her attractive, but she wasn't in that boyfriend or girlfriend category for me. Not even wifey, but like I wasn't seeing myself even dating her.
Would you date someone that you don't see as
a wifey? I was attracted to her.
Like,
no,
could be your wife.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
No, if I don't see that I could be your wife, I'm not going to date you. Yeah. That's my current stance right now. I mean, I will sleep with you, but I won't date you.
Okay, so my question to you would be, how would you know if that's somebody like that could be your wife?
I think you just get, like, within the first 3 dates, you can filter, you can get so much things out that you can just see the behavior, you know what I mean, her opinions or the way she acts, that, bro, she's definitely not for me. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some friends that if you're friends for a very long time, it can grow on you, but there's that initial spark or that initial opinion that filter out girls. It can be, you know, how cute she is. Like, is she beautiful enough for you to be called her boyfriend or girlfriend? Like, does she reach that standard of boyfriend and girlfriend, you know, beauty level? because of like you can be attracted to her, but like I don't think I would date her because of she's not as fine as for me to call her my girlfriend. No offense to the girl, but I'll smash, but I would give you that boyfriend or girlfriend. That's a true thing.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, right? That's a true
Mm-hmm.
thing. Like there's some guys that will say that like, oh, you're attractive.
I mean,
Yeah.
we don't like
you're not
we don't
attractive
like
enough
the
to be a
skills. It's kind of
boyfriend or
like there are
girlfriend.
girls that are like smashable, and then there are girls that are just like that are like okay, that are wifey level like fineness. You get what I'm saying? Like just like
Yes. Yes. And the other thing is obviously the her social like how she's perceived society wise. Like if she has that like stigma of being called like a hoe or whatever it's called, it's like most guys are turned off by that, and it's just like, oh, let me stay away from that. Another thing is just personality. Like you might be attractive, you might have the status and everything like that, but your personality is just not it for me, and that could be it. So there are different things. But the main thing is that if I'm attracted to you, I just want to smash. And I think that's where girls get it wrong. It's like, I'm just attracted to you, girl. That's it. I just want to smash and leave.
But I think that's where being true with your intentions like is very important. Like if you're starting to talk to somebody and like this is not gonna be a boyfriend girlfriend type relationship, then like be upfront at the end, like at the beginning, like, oh, I want to be friends with benefits, or let's just be friends or whatever. Like don't. And that's where it gets confusing for girls, because we're automatically thinking long term, kind of like, what can I start doing to be.
Yeah, but like I get what you're saying, right? And I think all guys should be honest with your intention. But to be fair, you don't necessarily know. Like it's not like you're 100% sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's one. But then two, even if you know, like just thinking about like
your dick is
when you're trying to play the game, fam, like just
say.
imagine like even you're jumping the gun because you don't even know what the girl's intentions are, right? So like so like she hasn't necessarily told me anything, so I'm not going to jump the gun and assume that this girl wants to date me. I'm just going to keep talking to her and chatting and do what I'm doing.
And try to get the
I know. And that's where it gets confusing.
But like,
because it's like, I'm the same way. I don't want to drop that conversation.
Exactly. Like, in her mind, she's thinking, oh my God, like, I don't know what she's thinking. She might just want to use me for my body. That might be it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to use me for money, for dinner. And that might be the end. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm like, okay, maybe I'm just playing my game, I'll do my thing, and then we'll move on with that. I do think, guys, like, I think if you now have an inkling of what she could be thinking, the noble thing to do would be like to be upfront, like, I don't know where your head is at, have that conversation. But most guys, we know most guys are not going to do that, because we're not going to jump the gun at that. Because at the end of the day, you're still trying to play the game. And generally, for a girl to like, obviously, and what guys want the most is obviously sex, right? Like, for a girl to like be like, okay, I actually want to sleep with. Let me say for a girl, let me not make a general rule for girls, but we know that for most girls, they have to at least have like a sense of security with you, like a sense. It doesn't have to be deep to like be like, okay, like I'll actually like mess with this guy for a period of time. So towards if you now come up straight as I want to be friends with benefit with you, like that would turn off like most girls be like, nah, nigga, like
facts.
Like I'm not
you have to make her fall in love
like,
with
I'm not
you.
trying to do that.
And then you drop her? Y'all are so toxic. Women, let's play the game. Let's play the game.
I would like you. I think
who do you think will win that game? Be real.
Hey, if I put my mind to it,
bruh,
it can happen.
Put your mind.
It's hot girl summer. It's hot girl summer.
Real hot girl shit. Real hot girl shit.
Nah,
it's hot girl summer.
I'm telling you. But I play against men. But I play against men. You have to know where you need to. You have to know where you've lost. Just go on your side. Because if you keep on pushing the buttons, you just L after repeated L after L after L. Yeah.
Yeah, so like I think it's just more like understand what the game is. I just step out and be like, nah, I'm tapping out of this one. This is not for me. Let me go and look for an actual husband.
Out, that's hard though.
And I think it's also up to the girl to be honest, like upfront, right? Like so when you were talking about like being like you don't want to bring it up, seeing how much it might affect you, like seeing that it might not affect the guy as much, but you know that
I would say
you have something to lose. So let me just finish real quick. Right? I think you can bring it up too. Just be like, oh, where do you think your head is at? You know, like this is what I'm looking for. Do you think this is something not like I know that you're going to be my boyfriend, but is this where your head is at, or are you just looking for like benefits or like someone to just chill with?
I was going to repeat what you're saying. This of like just be straight up with what you want. I think that's the best thing a woman can do.
Yeah.
And that will give the guy clear intention, like, oh, if I'm fucking with this girl, I have to make sure I'm coming correct.
At that point, is that he lies or he is that he lies or he falls in line? That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And most guys would fall in line, the lying types, he's a psychopath, and that should be a red flag in itself. But yeah, like just be strictly upfront with what you want, and it will filter most of the garbage guys, and be strong with that boundary. And I think that's the thing that is really important. You can't be lacklustered with what you're doing. You have to be strong with those boundaries and set that line. That's extremely important, because if guys see that they can tiptoe, they'll run a mile. You know what I mean? They'll run a mile. Artists knows what I mean.
They'll stay
if they can tiptoe in that line,
run a mile in that gray area.
Yeah,
like at least I didn't lie to her. They will say shit like, "Oh, she's the one that made the assumption." These are lies that we use all the time, and the things we know is true.
I believe it,
because we know exactly. We never told you that we wanted to be your boyfriend. We never promised you anything. We just said things that sounded like something sweet that you might want to hear, and then you carried your imaginations, and you're already imagining wedding. And we might know you're imagining wedding, but if you never tell us, we'll pretend like we don't know. You get what I'm saying? So it's just the way it is. So you just have to be upfront, and then it's either he lies or he falls in line.
Yeah.
So, girls, set your boundaries, man. I think that's really important. I mean, if you want to play that boundaryless game,
if you
guys are winning at that point. Guys are winning because of like you guys are not viewed the same in society. One of you has to be the loser in that situation. So that's it.
You like feel like there's a disconnect between black men and black women in the UK when it comes to dating, because there's bare single men and single women. Like, I can't find nobody, but I'm like, they're just all single. So what's going on?
I think different stages, and people want different things, and people don't necessarily always date the people that want the same things as them. They try and remold others when you could just go date someone that wants something that you want.
I think there's a big disconnect with what men think women want and what women think men want. I think a lot of men think women want this alpha protector guy that can provide all the most money, do everything for you, and in reality, some women just want a guy who's got emotional intelligence.
When you get to a certain space where you kind of know what you want to become and type of person you want to date.
I got two things from that, but just ask your question.
I was just like, do you think that's true? Like, I mean, I know the first girl was talking about there was a disconnect between what men want and what women want. Like she's saying that girl, we might think she wants the alpha male with money, but all she wants is someone with emotional intelligence. So I was just like, do you think that's true? Right, the second girl.
I think it varies for women. Because I definitely want my alpha male, but I want that emotional intelligence. I feel like it's easier to find that alpha male than to find the emotional intelligence.
You want the emotional intelligence in an alpha male? Okay.
I think most women, realistically speaking, want not necessarily an alpha male, but a man who is a breadwinner, a traditional man. I think that's the best word for it. And the lies of like emotional intelligence is obviously like, who doesn't want an emotional intelligent person? You know what I mean? That's a good thing. But to say that that's what women are looking for in men, that's cap.
I don't think it's cap.
I don't think it's cap at all.
Like just emotional intelligence, or they would just want his emotional intelligence.
Okay, I agree with that. Yeah,
that's not true.
Well, I mean, if you look at it that way, I don't think she meant solely emotional intelligence. But I feel like that's
what she said though. She was like,
that's what she said.
Whereas most
the
women
way I
just
interpreted
want someone
it,
that's emotional intelligent. That's all they want.
I interpret it as like that's a quality that's very high on the list of what we want, but not solely just emotional intelligence.
I mean, we can run it back, but yeah, I mean.
I even think that's cap.
I mean, I think it's high.
That emotional intelligence is low on most women's list.
I don't think so,
for a guy that they want to be their boyfriend.
Compared to the alpha, all those criterias, that emotional intelligence comes after that. So
I don't know, Peter. I feel like in this age of like people who are dating, for women, like that's something that we're very much looking for.
Black women?
Yeah.
I mean, Bole says it all the time. I think that's why they call it the ghetto, right? Because they're like, bro, like they have all these things. They're probably having like great sex. They're probably like going on nice dates, whatever. But he's just not committing, and that commitment is I won't say the emotional side, because obviously commitment is deeper than just the emotional side. But that is part of being emotionally intelligent, to be like, yo, like, I'm going to be honest with you. This is exactly what I'm looking for. I'm spending this much time with you because I want to be with you. I want to. I see a future with you. Things like that. Just like that emotional sense. Or when you bring up a problem to them, they actually consider you deeply and not just like, I mean, you're not my girlfriend, so what the hell, like, move on, family. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never promised you shit. You know, it's just like that deep. I think they want it, but they still fuck with men that don't give it to them. And put it like that, right? So they will still mess with men.
That's what I mean,
that
bro.
are not necessarily
Like,
emotional intelligence.
like, but let's not go to fuck with a man. But let's not go to fuck with a man who is 5'5". You know what I mean? She's
definitely not.
But she will fuck with a man who is not emotionally intelligent. Straight facts. That's all I'm saying. So when they say that that's on the priority on the fucking list, that's a lie. That's some bullshit. Like, it's a priority is there, but when you're attracted to the nigga,
am I
it's his
fucking with the
alphaness,
guy
it's his wealth,
because
it's
I
his
see a
status and everything
future, or
like
am
that.
I just fucking with him for fucking sake?
Okay,
question,
all right.
yeah.
That's why it's called the ghetto for a reason. You have something, you say you want something, you go on the other side. I'll do another thing.
You're playing games with the other. Yeah, playing games.
You have to play games while you're being played.
I don't know about that, baby.
All right. Keep on playing games. Checkouts.
Checkouts, chess, everything.
You kind of know, like, the kind of life you want to live. It becomes harder because I feel like the pool becomes smaller.
Women think men want this kind of like figure of a woman who's got this body or who's got this certain type of presence, when sometimes men just want women who will just be there for them emotionally as well.
I do think that, like, you know, the image of like a woman, what I guess me and my friends would describe as a bad bee. Like, I do think men do want that up to a point. And then when they get to an age where they feel like they are ready to settle down, then they're like, oh, okay, it's not necessarily about chasing someone who, you know, is a Instagram baddie, but someone who's like, I guess, more wholesome, someone that I can take home to my parents and be a wife.
When we say bad bee, we mean the trending woman, basically. Because I think it's evolved over the years from the baddie that was also Marilyn Monroe, you know, to the baddie today of the baddies on Instagram. Like, it's just about that trending woman that men think that they want, but don't necessarily know if they want them. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with being a baddie. Like,
absolutely, y'all.
If I wasn't a founder, I'll be a baddie. Like, I always say that.
Why
do you know
can't
what I
you
mean?
do both? I feel like you're both.
It's a lot of work. Do you know what I mean? It's a lot of work to be a baddie.
And money, upkeep.
Like,
That's the
I
word.
barely comb my wig. Do you
You
know what
got
I
to be
mean?
doing your nails.
Yeah, I was just about to put that. I was letting them rant.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What do you guys think about that? You can be a baddie to an extent, but a man will never bring you home if you're not representable to it.
I think what she was saying was facts when she was talking about, like, we want the bad babes to an extent. And I think when you're younger, that's when you focus a lot on the bad babes. You know, like the fine girls. You're trying to get like the creme la creme. But when you get to a certain age, you've dealt with all of them. You're just like, at the end of the day, it's pretty much very repetitive. You're not looking for your wife. You know, you're looking for someone that's actually like she was saying, wholesome. So I agree with that. Like, wholesome.
That you can bring to your parents.
Actually take up to your. You're not gonna take a bad beat to your parents. Like, they go, what? Like, you're gonna take a woman that's like, this is like a homely woman, wholesome, respectful. You know what I'm saying? Like, she has a good head on her shoulders. You know, like, she's not.
She has to be the mother of my kids.
So are you saying a baddie can't be wholesome?
I mean, you guys can be wholesome, but what is the possibility of you guys being wholesome?
I would just say this. So that's the next question.
I would just say that there's a low chance of you being an Instagram baddie and being wholesome. I'm sorry, like the probability of that happening is low.
And that's something that can check a guy off. Like, once I see that, now I know nothing about this girl, so obviously I'm making assumptions, right? But I just see that she's an Instagram baddie, and by Instagram baddie, it just means she's posting certain kind of posts on Instagram. Man, I'm just like, this girl is definitely not wifey. Now, if I'm talking to her, that I know. Yeah, that moment is not happening. You know what I'm saying?
Now let's just put disclaimer. This is our personal opinions. Oh, yeah. Like, I wouldn't date a girl that does that. Yeah. But some niggas would. You know what I mean? So
niggas would, but most of them are not gonna get wifed up. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like they will date a lot of guys. They will date all these high class men that. But then when it comes to like actually putting a ring on it, most of it is like it's not going to happen from what I've seen and in my humble opinion. Now, if I'm wrong,
and if your goal as a woman is to, you know, get that ring and get the family and stuff like, because some girls, their goal isn't to be that. Yeah. But if your goal is to, you know, get a husband and start a family, I'm sorry, being an Instagram baddie is like a negative on most guys' list.
I think there are levels to baddie. Like, it's not just Instagram baddie. Yeah.
I mean, I think like the typical.
I feel like straight, like when I hear the word, I automatically think Instagram. But when I think about it, I feel like a bad bitch is like, you're grinding, you're successful, like you're doing your thing, you're independent. And I don't always automatically make the assumption with like body type or like the pictures you're posting or whatever. I feel like you're just on your shit. And if you look good while doing it and that's what a baddie is, then like shit, I'm a baddie.
I would say this, even what you just mentioned, most guys don't even care about that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like the independence, doing your stuff, being a boss babe, kind of. That's kind of.
I think men care about being boss babes.
I think guys. I don't know about boss babes, but I'll say like being independent. I think if she's
being independent,
by independent means that she's not like toxic. Like I don't need no man, but it's more like she can handle. She's an adult. You get what I'm saying? She can handle money.
Of course, you want to be an adult. Like, that's fine. But to me, independent is like when I hear of independent, I'm thinking of like the modern day woman of like.
I don't think guys care about boss babes.
I can live by myself.
Yeah, like I don't think guys care about boss babes. Like being a boss babe is cool, right? Like it's nice. Like sometimes we want a babe that can
say cool.
Like
actually society needs it.
We need boss babe. You know what I'm saying? Like it's good, but what I'm talking about like from a relationship point of view, I'm not gonna be like, oh, she's a boss babe. Let me go and. Like now a boss babe means that she's like good at what she does. Okay, cool. But if boss babe means that she just has like this extreme confidence, commanding people here and there, I'm like, I mean, I don't really care for that, to be honest. But that's a whole different. But when you're talking about the baddie, to be honest, like your definition of baddie, that's not what I think of when I think of a baddie. You know what I'm saying? Like
no, I think of
so there's levels to it.
Yeah, like when you say baddie, I'm definitely not thinking, oh, she's independent, she's on her. I mean, maybe independence. Because there's this toxic
Instagram nyash breast.
Like physical,
you know what I mean?
Certain things.
Link tree. You know the tins. You know the tins.
I say link tree.
You know the tins. That's what I mean. So I mean, I personally, I won't lie to you. Do I like looking at those girls? I mean, sure. Do I follow them? No. But that's the thing. There's a market for them. That's like. You'll be rewarded in the market, but in the market of relationships,
you won't be.
I'm sorry.
You'll be like you
struggle.
You'll get a lot of cash apps and put it like that. You get a lot of like people on your OnlyFans. That's for sure. But you're not gonna get husbands. That's also a fact. Like you just so at the end of the day, it's just up to you. Like to the at least you're not gonna get good husbands and put it like that. So like just determine what you're actually looking for, and then choose pick your direction.
Yeah, that's it. So I mean, I agree with the ladies.
Ladies, I mean, both of them are relationships.
I'm looking for a wife.
I think this one in the right.
No, the one on the right is the one on the right is the one on the left isn't. But the one on the left was giving the inspirational quote. You know what?
Yeah, I mean, like both of them are spitting facts. You know what I'm saying? Like at least so far. Like
so her head is in the right space.
Yeah, yeah. At least she knows the reality of what it is.
Yeah, I just think it's quite funny that Let's move on. Let's play.
Frequently, you got to be lashes. You can't be like wait until the end of the period for them.
I think sometimes some of the issues that we see on social media just don't correlate to the things we experience in real life. Me personally, especially with black men nowadays, I feel like a lot of them are trying to understand the black women's perspective, and the same way as we're trying to understand what goes on with them. So around me, I have more men who are trying to understand, trying to kind of work together and all that kind of stuff. So the stuff I see on social media just isn't reflected in my immediate surroundings.
Shout out to the Afro Journal. That's what we're doing.
That's what we're trying to do out here.
You feel me?
That's
what we're doing.
Yeah. Try to bring some black men home. You know what I'm saying? Pizza.
Yeah. Wait, what did you say?
I said we're trying to bring some black men home.
Okay, so why are you wicked at me?
No, I'm wicked at you, fam, because you're one of those men we're trying to bring home.
Okay. you're some cocaine something. I don't know what's wrong with your mind right now. So the Afro Journal is what platforming black women, the greatness of African women and stuff like that. You're talking nonsense, rubbish, disrespect.
You're benefiting from the goodness of the Afro Journal. We'll put it like that.
That part.
Okay. Let's move on, Joe. Haters.
What would an ideal date be?
What would an ideal date
for
me?
Like industry.
I heard that people get flown out to like Paris for like a day or two just so we can have dinner.
I like talking.
That's the bad piece.
We're like big talkers.
So, and I don't necessarily like dinner dates.
I want to go for a walk. I would say like a picnic
or an
a walk.
activity.
Yeah.
Can I get this brings me back? So I was talking. I'm not going to do that there. So I was talking to a friend who's a girl. and she was like, this guy invited me for a walk, and she was like, bro, how can you just like invite me to walk? Like, what are you talking about? Like, we have to do something else.
Yeah.
And this girl right here is saying that she would just like a walk. I'm just saying there are levels to this shit.
See, I would.
These are the type of women that are spoiling your game.
But I wouldn't call the walk a date.
You don't call the walk the dates?
I wouldn't call it. I would just call it like we're chilling, like we're hanging out. If you call that a date, yeah, we would have some issues.
I mean,
so Bola is one of those people.
Yeah,
I think a walk can be a date.
For me, I think a walk can be a date. Like, if a guy try to go on the walk with you,
Bola, if I go,
okay, it could be a date, but it can't be the first date. No.
All these rules, man. I don't know, bro.
It can't be the first
date.
date.
I guess that one is going to be very personal to each individual.
That's a personal preference.
Like personal preference type thing. To me, it's like I can definitely take you on the walk for the first dates. Like, let me just keep it.
Yeah, like if that's your vibe, like you want to be in nature, like
Yeah.
you like that type of shit, then.
Now, obviously, like that walk is not going to be dry. At least in my opinion. Like, I'll try. Like, I'm a lively guy, you know. It's not going to be like we're just walking and looking at each other's face the whole time. Then we'll go back to the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be like. It will be very interactive, and I think I'll get to know you a lot more, like very quickly.
For sure.
If I'm serious with you now, like, so like I could definitely do that. I think it would be fun. I think we've talked about this in the past too, like the kind of dates that we could.
Actually, let me say this.
Yeah.
I actually like walking and talking to girls. I used to do that a lot in secondary school. That's how I actually got my first girlfriend. We used to walk around the top floor of our school and just talk. So I actually quite enjoy walking and talking.
It's very calm. You get what I'm saying? Like,
my
it's very
significant other. It's just calm.
Yeah.
And there's no pressure to it, you know. You're just chatting and walking together.
Chilling.
I prefer that, bro. Not like all this dinner, drinking wine. Like, I need to be.
Yeah,
fancy.
I'm not a fan of dinner dates.
Do cutleries, like, you know, act like, like, you know how I eat chicken, right? You guys know how I eat. I eat chicken African style. So when the chicken is in front of me,
you don't see any
pressure to use fork and knife. You know, I don't see the bone. You know, I don't see the marrow of that thing. It's like, yo, I just wasted this chicken. That's what I'm thinking in my head.
Yo, facts, bro. Every time I go, I always feel like I wasted chicken. But then again, Bole also likes to get like active because Bole is also not really a talker like that. So I feel like a walk will force you to have to talk a lot. So maybe that's why I'm thinking that like you might not like the walk, but.
I think a walk, like, it would definitely have to be like our like third date or something. Like after I've already started, like when the talking starts to come out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we can go on walks together. We can do 3 miles, 5 miles, whatever it is.
I guess that's a personal preference thing, you know.
Yeah. To me, it doesn't matter. Like it can be the first date or the 600 date. Like. It's you're doing it with me. That's what that matters. Period. The vibe. Simple and short.
But I like the days they are calling. I was expecting them to call like all these crazy things. But
yeah, shout out to Uche.
Shout out to Uche,
fine.
Like.
Oh my god.
I can get to know you.
Maybe nothing like crazy activity wise though.
So you go for a picnic.
Yeah, I'll go for a picnic.
I
think that would be really cute.
But I don't think I date men that would do picnics. I don't think I date men that would do picnics.
I would like a man not to do it, but to I want to do it and like try.
Black men don't do picnics.
I'm not saying black men don't do picnics.
At least she knows.
But she said that I would like that, but if a guy approaches out that energy, automatically the guy's not like all these alpha male prototypical guys. You get what I'm saying? Like to me he's a husband material, and she said I'm not going to date.
Just jump hurdles right there.
You think like I said prototypical, right? The typical like Tyron. You think Tyron is taking you on the fucking
prototypical? You mean stereotypical?
I mean, it's the same thing, fam. Prototype, stereotype. Depending on how you use it. Like, you get what I'm saying? Bro, it's English. Bole, you understand what I'm saying? Thank you. Like, Peter is the one that is struggling out here. It's all right. But what I'm saying is, you think a Tyron is going to take you on the picnic. You get what I'm saying? Tyron is not taking you to a picnic. You know, Tyron is taking you to the corner, baby. Maybe he might take you on. He might fly you out. So who knows? But
I'm dead.
But that's the issue,
will I do a picnic? I think I'll do a picnic down the line. I'm much more like I rather have dates outdoors. Yeah, I'm definitely not a fucking Tyron. I'm a Chinedu. You know what I mean? I'm a what? I'm a Ikichukiye. You know what I mean? I'm a Chibuzo.
Yeah.
Like I'm a Niger boy. But like, I would take a girl out on a picnic. I think that's quite wholesome. I'd rather do something outdoors. Like I'd rather have the sun beating on my face.
You can have a picnic is outdoors.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like I don't do clubs. I don't do all those fucking nonsense. I don't do nightlife type of shit. You know what I mean? I rather do day stuff. I mean, I can do the nightlife, but if it was with my significant other, I'd rather do it during the day. Yeah, that's kind of
course, makes sense.
Let's move.
To, make it happen, yeah. I would even love the fact that he'd be a bit awkward around it.
Really?
I think that'd be really cute, yeah.
Are you okay?
Absolutely.
She was like, I want him to feel like he's
Do you
on
not
his
think so?
toes.
No, but think about it. Like, if he's doing it just because you want to do it, because
I
you're
just
talking
don't
to
like
him.
that.
What? You don't like the fact that
I
man
want
is
to do
this is what you
something
want to do?
mutually that we want to do on the first date.
I don't know, do what I want to do personally.
Yeah, you're very like that though. You're like, no, it's the woman show. That's okay. I don't think there's anything.
I think so.
Not like that. Like when you're dating, you definitely like men
I'm very direct about what I want, and I would want you to kind of not necessarily do exactly what I want. I would just want you to be aware of my character and like want to actually better suit me if you can. I guess. Yeah.
For those of you that are, or for you that is out of the jungle, what's your advice for us lot that are trying to get out of the jungle?
Get out of the jungle.
This is another reason why these things are hard, yeah, because I'll say it now, then the next one you come and do, you'll say, so how's everyone's status? I'll be like,
I'm back in the market.
I'm back, I was there, and do you know what I mean? God forbid, but do you know what I mean? That's why it's even hard, because you can't even talk too much.
Mine is women just not fearing rejection. I'm very big on like approaching a guy if I like you. I might not come up to you directly and grab you, but I will give you like 1-2 looks, and if you're still not getting that, I might have to tap you on the shoulder. Like I'm very big on if I'm interested in you, I need you to know, and we can go from there. And I don't fear that thing of like a guy turning around to me and telling me, oh yeah, I'm not interested. I don't. Okay, next.
That you actually
like I will find somebody next. Yeah,
you actually
we'll go again.
Okay, yeah,
we'll go again. Like.
Well, what do you think about that?
I was gonna ask you, like, would you like? Actually, let's ask Baddie first. What do you think about approaching men? Then I was gonna ask Peter, like, do you think, like, what do you think about women approaching men, or like you personally?
I think over time, like I've never been a fan of it just because I feel like the guy should be approaching me. I also feel like it weighs more if a guy approaches you, because then like, oh, he's interested versus me approaching a guy and then him just like going with it because like, oh yeah, yeah. But I think I'm realizing like now that it's something I should start doing a little bit more, at least like test the waters and kind of see like where it takes me, because me waiting here for men to approach me, I come across as very intimidating, so sometimes it doesn't always work the way I want it to work, so maybe I gotta take the step.
Okay. What do you think about women approaching men?
I don't mind as long as you're fine. straight facts. Like obviously she's talking about like grabbing me and stuff like that. Like obviously if you grab me, I'll be like, yo, what the hell is this girl doing? But if you're approaching me and trying to chat me up, I find that cute. I don't mind. I mean, as long as I'm attracted to you, and we can move from there. But obviously, if I don't see any future plans with you, I'll tell you straight to your face, like thank you, but I think we should stay friends.
Yeah. Do you think?
But like approaching me, I don't mind.
Yeah. Do you think like how approaching you increases or diminishes her chances of becoming your girlfriend, or it has literally no bearing whatsoever?
I don't even think it affects. I don't think it affects, for me personally, I don't think it affects the chances. Like, in fact, it might even increase your possibility, because if I'm attracted to you, that's if that makes sense. So if I'm attracted to you and you come and approach me, oh my gosh, that's a guarantee shot. That's 100%, because I'm going to say yes. I mean, that doesn't even make sense, because obviously if she's attracted to me and I approach her, it's a 100% yes. But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it doesn't affect your chances with me. I don't think it matters.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Like, I mean, I'll literally talk about this with one of my friends this weekend. Shout out to Diane. But like, I mean, for me, it's like it depends on how you approach, right? Because at the end of the day, like, I'm taking cues, and I'm generally not really interested in people in the first interaction, generally speaking, right? But like, if she's approaching me on some like very like smooth energy and thing, I'll be like, bro, like, is this what you do every night, fam? Like,
oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think it depends.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying for me now. I could
say.
be wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I'm obviously making assumptions, but I'm just telling you the things that will go through my head. But I'm not saying that I jump to conclusions based on what's going on in my head, but just like, I'm like, that was quite smooth, fam. Like, is this what you do every night? Or like, but then, and like she said, like, if she's approaching me on a very like extremely like flirtatious energy already, to me that's a red flag. Now, who knows?
Oh, actually, I agree with that.
Like,
I agree with that.
Actually,
I just thought about it right now. I agree with that.
Like, now it could be right or wrong. Who knows? This girl might just be naturally like,
I see what you saw
like
say.
that.
I see what you saw.
But to me, I'll just be like, bro, like, this is definitely not your first rodeo. Yeah, like I value myself. I think I'm a good-looking guy. But I'm like, nah, I'm definitely not the only guy you've done this with. Like, that's what I think in my head. Is it true or not? Who the hell knows? Right?
Actually, that's because Because that's happened to me of like, I'm attracted to a girl, but the way she's just, grabbing onto me, I'm like, bro, this is a red flag. Like, she definitely there's something going on here. I don't want to, get fucked or, so it's just better to avoid that person. I see what you're saying.
Yes.
I see what you're saying.
So
it's kind of messed up though,
because you don't.
If it was the other way around, girls would never think about that a bit.
Yeah, but if you approach me on a normal level though, like on a normal friendly level, like it just seems like you're trying to have a conversation. To me, I think that one doesn't really increase or decrease your chances. So it really depends on how you do it.
So what would a normal level look like?
Let me put it like this. If I'm in a club, I'm not looking for my girlfriend. So no matter how you approach me in the club, it doesn't really help. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, straight
let me just put it like that. Like, let me just be straight up. There's no how you approach me in the club that's going to be good. Like, let me just be honest with you. Let me just be honest with you.
If you approach me
like a kickback, like a game night type
like a setting,
maybe friends of friends. I've never met you in my life, but maybe we're playing cards or something and things like that, and you come to initiate conversation with me. In that point, then there's a way you can initiate like very platonic conversation that would not increase or decrease your chances. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I definitely agree with that.
No,
I wasn't thinking
on
on that side of things.
I don't like.
No, it definitely makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. Just the way life is. You have to take your cues from whatever you get your cues from.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to put yourself in a compromising situation.
People think, oh, just because you're married, like, you don't really know like what's going on or how it feels. I know exactly how it feels. Yeah. I've been single longer than I've been in a relationship that's married. But I know what the streets are like, though. That's the thing. Like,
graduated. Everything that you think you need from a person, you're probably right. Do you get what I'm saying? But you're not gonna, if you don't see that in front of you, don't feel like you've got to take it. There's someone out there that literally is in sync with you.
I was single for a long time, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I was single for a really long time. And someone was like, look, like, the person you're looking for is on the other side of your type.
Ooh, we need a pause for that one. That's a
that was pretty nice. That was pretty smooth.
What? Uche.
She was like, she's single for a very long time, but the other person you're looking for in your life is the other side of your type.
You butchered that shit, fam. You butchered it. You didn't say it's smoothie.
I butchered it, but you guys got the
we got the gist.
We got the gist. The person you're looking for is on the other side of your type. Hey, baby is women.
No. See, my type is my type isn't even crazy. It's really not crazy. I just need me an educated African tall man, and that's it.
What's the probability?
I feel like that's not even a low
black man.
I don't think that's a low probability.
To be honest, to me, like what I look at, I don't think her list is crazy. I just think that at the end of the day, like the man you're looking for might still be on the other side of that type. You know, because you're looking for an educated, tall African man that is ready to commit. That is 20. How old is he? 26 or whatever.
Well, he doesn't have to be. Like 27, maybe.
Like whatever age he might be, you guys meet at the same time. He approaches you. I'm just like, bro, that might just end up being his 5'10", fam. He might check every other box. He might just happen to be 5'10" because most people are 5'10". Or 5'9".
Well, if I ever get that and it like looks very obvious.
Yeah.
Then maybe I'll have to,
just look at that.
Yeah.
I don't think Bole's list is crazy, to be fair. But
I don't think it's crazy either. But it's just funny that she said that and Bole is unwilling to compromise on her standards. I mean, me personally, it also applies to guys as well. I mean, I want to.
I was a 5'9". My situation is
even more difficult than Bole's. Like my situation is more unrealistic than Bole's. But I feel, honestly, it's just because of it's me. I just feel like I get it.
Yeah.
I'll just be frank with you. Because it's me, that's why I feel like I get it. Like it's not impossible for me to actually reach that. Yeah. And I'm the one doing initiation, so I can like shoot 300 times in a year. Bola is waiting for niggas to come up to her. How many niggas? 30 max in a year. You know what I mean? While me, I'm shooting 300. Who is more likely to succeed? Me, nah.
Yeah.
Even though my percentage of success is lower,
yeah.
But because I'm shooting so much,
yeah.
But this is not realistically speaking because I'm not even in the dating scene. But let's say
like when you're ready, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, high possibility, obvious, because when you're a high value man, it decreases your chances as well.
It's a high value, yeah. Okay.
100%.
And that literally changed everything for me, yeah. Because I think a lot of people are so attached to their type.
Your type is pretty, boy.
Yeah. like with no brain cells.
Well,
Like no
basically,
disrespect to anyone, but literally like pretty, but not much substance.
People wanting something with their eyes, but it's like
so
their energy or their spirit isn't aligned, and you're just fighting that because you're like, oh, this person looks paying, but my spirit ain't feeling it, but I'm still here because it seems like something I want. Or even vice versa, you might be like, oh, this is the person I want, but because they don't look a certain way, I'm not going to pursue
I can't have it, yeah,
I can't have it, or what am I going to tell my friends?
Can you talk about that friends thing? Trying to tell your friends that this is the person I'm dating. Is that a huge factor? I think that can be, even though it shouldn't be a factor, I think that's a considerable factor.
If you have good friends, it should be, right? Because your friends are looking out for you.
Yeah.
Right. So like, if I think my friends don't really give a shit about me or like they don't care about, then like it won't be a factor at all. But if I know that my friends are genuinely looking out for my best interest, I'll think twice. I'll be like especially when I see the red flags, I know exactly what they're gonna tell me. You know, what I'm saying? Like imagine like me bringing a girl to Peter. Peter will be like, nigga, like this your girl is. I mean, he might try to be nice depending on how emotional I might seem at that point. But like, bro, this your babe, man. No.
I think if it's obvious, I will tell you. But like, if it's between those edges, just because of you in a relationship, I made that decision, I will respect it. Because you know, like when guys are in a relationship, you try to stay not far away from the girl, but like a clear distance away from the girl. If that makes sense. So you understand what I'm trying to say? Right?
I'm just saying this, Peter. Like, if you bring any girl that is jacked up, like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll give it to you straight.
I'll also give it to you. Same way you give it to me.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll give it to you
jacked
straight.
Up.
Like,
but like, which guy have I said is jacked up for you?
Well, not jacked up, but like you tell me like, oh, like
I'll be like,
yeah,
exactly. Like,
okay.
Like, I'll just be like, bro, like this guy is not. Like,
yeah.
Now we could be wrong. I'll obviously add my disclaimers. I could be wrong. That tell the shit I need to say. But I'll tell you, be like straight up, man. I don't think this girl's wifey. But like.
Yeah,
but if you want to go through with it, like it is
having good friends. Having good friends will definitely they have to give not the stamp of approval, but an advice or an opinion on that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move.
And that's your person. That's actually your person. But most of the times, because you're online, telling the world that if she hasn't got one head, four eyes, seven, that she's not a baddie. And you go and bring someone with 3 heads in front of us and you tell us not to say nothing. Yeah. Well, there you go.
Like, chance him in it. I will say to Rita, chance him.
Do you want to explain what chancing him means?
Chance him. You got to say it with the African accent, chance him.
Chance.
It's just give him a chance, you know. Don't be so dismissive. Don't, you know, he does one thing wrong, you want to run. Just, you know, let people make mistakes. Sometimes you have to just close your eyes to a red flag and continue with caution.
Perhaps you're focusing on the wrong thing.
Yeah. Or you're prioritizing the wrong
you're prioritizing the wrong things. Like, literally, some of my friends will be like, oh yeah, he's this, this, and this, but this one little thing that he did, which I would probably, you can probably overlook that. They're like, no, like, that's the decider for me. Men do it as well. Like, men will be like, oh, in the first 2 weeks, oh, she's everything, she's this, she's that. Oh, like, she did one little thing that I didn't really like, so I can't talk to her anymore.
Don't be scared to meet someone in an unconventional way. It's not about going to a restaurant and you glance over and a guy's looking at you and, you know, he comes over. Like, that chivalry stuff doesn't really happen anymore.
But you only ever pick from the people.
Yo, that red flag stuff, ignore red flags.
Yeah, that kind of triggered me a little.
Yo.
She said, Miss, don't look at the...
What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'll say this, like, this was kind of a joke, but like the whole like Prince Charming glancing over in the restaurant and then you guys lock eyes and then from that moment maybe he approached you and said one kind of sneaky or cheesy pickup line or whatever. Like I know girls that imagine life like that, you know, like they've written their how I'm going to meet my significant other of that story. And obviously,
really?
Like,
Nowadays?
I mean, it's partly like fantasy, like they know like it probably won't happen, but like they're hoping that it could happen like that, you know, like so that they can tell the story of their wedding day to sound cute or something like that, you know, like
it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, but honestly, chances are you're going to be walking on, I don't know, you're going to be in church and he's going to approach you, you're not going to like him because it's 5'10". But it is what it is, you know, like he's
I was just about to say, when most girls envision that Prince Charming stuff, they're looking at niggas 60.
Yeah, that's it. Like,
you know what I mean? They're not looking at niggas who are 5'5", 5'4". Because you know they want it to stand up. They want to look up to it. When a nigga is 5'5" or 5'4" or 5'6", and he stands up, you're like, yo, like that's not their Prince Charming. Right? Highly disrespectful. You feel me? But it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Love your height. That's what I'm trying to say. With 100% confidence. And go for what you want.
Yeah.
Don't go for what. Don't compromise because of your short. If you want a baddie, go get a baddie, bro.
Period.
I think it's also in most men can control that factor because they're the ones that do the initiating. So yeah.
I mean, you're just gonna.
But girls, like, what? Actually, she just said this right now. Like, if you're going to as a woman, if you're just going to wait what comes to you, you're going to get nothing. But do you agree with that?
I very much agree, and that's what I was saying earlier. Like, I feel like I need to start taking that motion and reaching out to guys. Like, let me be the guy.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how long I'm gonna continue sitting here waiting for them to approach me.
Yeah, I'll just say do it with care, right? Because, like you said, like I think you already recognize, right? Like, there's the risk of the guy just going with the flow, because like obviously you look nice, everything, like just like yeah, she a stock, bro. But like they're not really in the relationship mode, and they just kind of roll with the punches. So it's like, do it. I'll always encourage you. Like I'll tell my sister, like if you see someone that you fancy, I'll say find a way to approach the guy, but just do it with caution, because there's the way guys think, and obviously utilize the men around you too.
Relationships are jacked, man. That's what I have to say.
Yeah,
the fact that we're in a situation where like we're advising women to approach guys just shows that we're in the modern dating sphere. I mean, girls approach me, I don't mind. But you have to, by my height requirement, 5'9" and above.
Yeah.
I'll give you 5'8" and above.
Okay, you've dropped it to 5'8". Okay, listen. I guess the older he gets, the lower to drop.
5'8" and above.
So like, I need my wife, man. Just see Peter pull up with a 5'2", babe. Like my children.
Oh my God, would you guys be shocked? I don't think you guys would be shocked.
I'll be shocked.
I will not be.
All the girls I've actually dealt with, most of them are quiet and shorter than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I still have that fantasy of a tall girl.
We all have our creme.
I mean, tall girls have liked me before. I've had tall girls that have liked me, but I've not done anything with them. That's the truth. So
that come to you,
bro, you'll be there.
You're literally like, no
fly.
disrespect, but you're picking from like
the same. Yeah.
But if you go after what you want, the worst thing that happens is
they'll say no.
They've got a girlfriend or you're not their type.
Yeah, and that's fine.
That's literally okay.
Do you think like being lonely is like a good enough reason to want to be in a relationship?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I would say yes. Yes, it's companionship, isn't it? I think we'll.
Do you guys agree with that?
That's a good question.
I think it's a good answer. Yes.
Is being lonely a good enough reason to want to be in a relationship?
It's good to an extent.
I think it's good to an extent. Obviously, there needs to be foundations upon that. But yeah, that's definitely an insecurity that I have of being lonely. That's a motivation. That's one of my motivations as well.
Yeah.
I don't want to be lonely.
Yeah, I think it's good as long as you recognize what it takes to run a relationship, and you also recognize that just because you feel lonely, being in a relationship can even make you feel even lonelier if you're with the wrong person. I think if you recognize that and you're not just like, oh, I'll take any and everything because I feel lonely. I think it's just more like make sure your values are still hold place, regardless of being lonely.
Yeah.
But I think being lonely is a good. I think most people want a partner because you don't want to be lonely. You want someone to come home with you. You want the help, the companionship.
Yeah.
Like, kind of what she's saying. Just make sure you don't drop your other values, though.
Beautiful.
All created to be together. Not to be lonely actually. So I feel like it's a healthy desire.
And I think it's quite hard for people to even admit that. Do you know what I mean? To like admit that you want companionship because you feel lonely. It kind of just feels like something that's like a bad thing. But you're right, I don't think we're meant to like be by ourselves. I think it feels weird even saying it out loud.
It's weird, isn't it?
But I think that if you are
I need men.
I think if
no
you're
more, I don't need
lonely,
no men. I need
you shouldn't
men.
get into something that's obviously harmful or anything like that, or go for something that's bad for you. But I think to just seek out companionship.
Have you been the toxic person in a relationship before?
Never.
I think we've answered this before in the past.
What do you think about that?
I think we've answered this in the past.
Let's just remind people. Do some.
I mean, I definitely had my toxic moments in my relationship.
For those ladies that think that Tiso is not wholesome,
this is your green flag.
Fuck. He's probably the most toxic on this.
Can you relax on that? Like, let's not.
He's subtle.
I don't think so, Peter.
No. Let me finish my statement.
Stop.
Tiso is subtle with his toxicity. That's even worse. It's behind the shadows. You don't couldn't see it. You understand? So why me and Bola is more direct? Say it to your fucking face.
Are you calling me toxic?
Bola, you're toxic. Chiso is all this salt in behind, so you don't even know until all of a sudden it appears from the dark.
Yeah.
And like he's been brewing.
See,
you know what I mean?
This was what you call agenda. Agenda against me.
He's been manifesting it. It's been growing.
There's an agenda against me
planting
right
the
now.
seeds and harvest to come. When the harvest comes, you're like, yeah, this is a madness. I never expected it.
I'll say this: like when I was in my relationship, that was between the ages of 18 and 19, late 19. Right, so like obviously, like they're just
19 and 20.
No, it was 18 and 19. Right, so there's the toxicity that just comes with being young. You get what I'm saying? And like, there's also the toxicity of like being immature. And then I talked about the insecurities that we had, right? Like, I didn't want her to feel like I needed her in some sense. So like, you might hide some shit and then you lash out in a different way that's not necessarily the healthiest way. So like, I've definitely had my toxic moments in a relationship. But when I call myself a toxic guy, no, I'm not gonna call myself a toxic guy. You know what I'm saying?
I'm more of like, just hold it in. And I think that can be toxic as well. Yeah. I'm more of like the type of, I don't care. I'm more of that wave. Like, that's the kind of toxicity I have. I'll smile on it. I'm like, I'll smile. But in my heart, I'm boiling. You know what I mean? I'm like, this is a madness.
Oh man.
You feel me? And that a situationship taught me that, bro. That's trash. You can't even form hard. You can't form hard for this nonsense. The situationship I've had in junior year, that girl. Yeah, man. She turned me. She screwed like a knife. I was just like, yo, what is this? What is going on here?
Your chest is
why am I acting
lashing
out? Oh my gosh, bro. It was a madness. I was being so emotional. I was like, what the hell is going on? I need to get out of this. I literally left my apartment. I couldn't be in my apartment. Just imagine leaving your apartment because of a girl. I thought that would never be me, bro.
Deep this.
I'm leaving my fucking apartment because of a girl.
Bro, I went to read, bro, in the park. You know what I'm saying? Like we had our moments. We had our moments.
Paula has also told you her own stories.
Yeah.
Her stories, so go watch previous episodes to find out.
Yeah. But Paula, you want to say anything?
I've had my toxic moments, but I wouldn't categorize myself as a toxic woman. Definitely not.
And I think it's okay to have moments in the past as long as you learn from them.
Yeah,
right? Like
for sure.
The goal is not to repeat them, right? Like, and you're still going to be toxic, yeah. Like, we're not going to be perfect, but just try your best.
I definitely learned that I need to be more outspoken. I like what I like and what I don't like, and also be upfront with what I want. And not try to beat around the bush. That's it.
So that comes with you trying to play the game, bro, because you're not trying to wife her up, but you still want your benefits, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
it was literally that situation. I wanted friends with benefits and shit like that. Then
you wanted her to just do only you, though.
Yeah, she liked me initially, and she wanted to date, and I was like, no. Then I started liking her a lot, and then she was like, no.
Yeah,
you fumbled the bag.
Fumbled the bag, bro.
Yeah. Honestly, I didn't really think I fumbled. I think it was for the best. I think it was better that it ended that way.
Actually, I don't think I fumbled the bag.
Yeah. I don't think I fumbled the bag either, but that's
like it would have. That was just clearly an emotional thing, right? It would have worked out.
Yeah, it was definitely emotional. Like I knew that in my head of heads. That's why initially, because I didn't even like. No, that's fine. I didn't like her. I was attracted to her. I fancied her. But I knew in the long term of like actually being in a relationship, it didn't make sense.
It wasn't.
Like, there wasn't a good prospect in terms of dating. So that's what I mean when guys will put you in a box. We'll move on.
No.
Would they say that?
I was going to say, who would ever admit they're toxic?
I guess you're a villain. You're a villain in someone's story, innit?
Yeah, I think so. I think, like, especially like just going through dating. And when I say going through dating, I mean as in like, my first boyfriend when I was like, 16, 17, definitely like didn't really know how to be, what was I doing in big relationship at 16, 17, really? Do you know what I mean?
I've known you for a few years now.
Yeah.
And I can confidently say, Rita's never been a toxic one.
Thank you. Yeah, that means a lot, yeah. Because I feel
like you've really put your heart on the line and you've actually really tried to make things work.
Yeah.
Peter, can you pause? Can you pause?
No.
Do you think she's lied to her, bro? Do you think she's lied to her, bro?
No, I don't think
so.
Lied to her friend. I don't think so. I think based on the
body language,
send them in, or the scenarios, and the body language, she's being honest.
Yeah, I think she's being honest. Just from her tone and the way she was, it wasn't like it didn't seem like she was questioning her. She was like, you know what? You know, like they're just pandering to their friends. But I do think women do that quite a bit, though.
Yeah.
Oh, women pander to themselves 100%. I think that's a staple in the woman relationship.
Men do it too. When the men they're messing with the, like, should I say, like, I want to say high value men, but you know these like rappers and shit, and they have their boys. Yeah. Those boys generally pander to those men. You know what I'm saying? Because they're just trying to get something from those men. Yeah.
Toxic situations. I think if you have a genuine man friend group, it's kind of like a mentorship to each other.
Exactly.
Or trying to better themselves. I don't think girls have that. I don't think there's an alignment in trying to better yourselves as women.
I think
it's
some
like,
of them
oh,
do.
do you, girl?
Especially when they get a lot more mature.
I'll say that 80% of the relationships I see with women is like, oh, you do you, girl. I support you. Do whatever you want, man.
I don't know what relationships you're looking at.
I mean, let me not talk. But yeah, that's what I see with my own two eyes. Okay. I'm like, yo, girl, do whatever you want. You're a queen. Fuck them niggas. You know what I mean? He's missing out. You know, you didn't
do anything. To be fair though, like we've seen, have you guys seen those TikTok memes about like how like girls like pander to each other when they know that the girl fucked up, but they still find a way to blame the guy. So they're like, oh yeah, you know, like I just called him like 50 times and blew up his phone. She's like, well, that nigga should have picked up the phone. Well, like I slashed his tire. Well, you should have kept his tire there, you know. You know, like it's
I know what you're saying. Like I feel like I won't lie to you, I feel like girls that are scared they're scared of confrontation. That's what I think. In general, most girls are scared of confrontation, which results in them pandering, which results in them not being extremely real with their girls. I'm like, yo, that's actually fucked up what you just did. Like if Chisom does something fucked up to a girl, I'm like, yo, Chisom, that's messed up. Why would you do that? And Chisom vice versa. I mean, I've said some fucked up things to some girls. And Chisom was like, bro, that was mean. Like, why would you say that? I'm like, yeah, that was mean. I should go apologize. And I went to go apologize. So yeah, I think it's really important for you to, and I mean, more males are more okay with confrontation, so it's a lot easier to have a friend group that will call you out on your bullshit.
For sure. And
I think that's really important, especially for me. That can be, you know, doing a madness sometimes. Because that's more fun.
You're lying. Yeah, I feel like you're lying.
These questions are not even open.
Yeah, and just don't lie, innit?
Accountability is always on two parts. That's what I think. So yes, there are things that I could have done differently, but there's 100% things that the opposite person could have done differently as well. Do you know what I mean?
If anything, I think I've been toxic to myself. If anything, do you know what I mean? Because I think I've always put the other person's feelings before myself, and I've always made the other person, you know, if I'm upset about something, I may not tell them I'm upset because I know what's going on in their life, and I might think to myself, oh, I'm not gonna bring this up because they're going through this or they're going through that, so maybe that's why they're doing what they're doing. I don't even let them tell me that's why they're behaving in the way they're behaving. I would make that assumption that they're moving mad because something mad is going on with them.
In general, my intention has never been bad.
I felt that one.
I felt that one. Like I really felt like that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's very much me. I hold a lot in for the sake of like other people. And that phrase, how she said like she feels like she's been toxic to herself, like that's really something. And I feel like I really need to think about that because I tend to forget about myself all the time and put other people above me. So I felt that.
I do that for specific people in my life, not random. I won't call them random, but like not.
But they're random, yeah.
Not like people that I feel of importance in my life. Like if you might be my friend, but nigga, like I'm not going to be hiding my feelings because of you're around me. If I think you did something messed up, I'll call you out like, bro, what the hell? And just knows I'll call you out right there. I'm like, bro, what you did was mad. You know, so I'm not. I understand what Bola is saying. Like, to me, it depends on the scenario and the person I'm dealing with. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because of if I yeah.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, but go ahead with what you're saying.
No, I was gonna say I think for me it's also the fear of speaking up and then ending something that could be something.
Oh, okay.
You get that?
Yeah.
That's
at least for
one.
me.
Yeah.
I don't have that fear.
Yeah.
Because of it was meant to be, it was meant to be. I feel that if you did something messed up, I should call you out on it. I think that's really important.
Yeah.
I don't allow things to slide like that. And also, I think that's also the kind of game I play too, of like being kind of dickish.
Yeah.
With girl, not dickish, but like making sure like, oh, like if a girl does something, I'll joke about it with her, like tease her, if that makes sense. I think that's the point of teasing, so the girl is comfortable with you. You know, I mean, not always complimenting her and giving her, you know, roses and flowers all the time. I think that's really important, especially for me.
I think
I can't do that. I can't be always giving you roses and flowers all the time.
Yeah, definitely.
I need to call you a dickhead sometimes. You feel me?
I think for me, it's like, I think I just don't want to say something that is not true. Does that make sense? So like, let's just say I feel some kind of way. I don't want to now come and blame me for something that might just not be true. And I think it's okay to come at it, but like, I think it's okay to say it, right? Like, say what you're feeling, and then you guys can now discuss it. But for me, I generally just hold it in if I'm still questioning, like, I mean, should I be feeling this kind of way? I mean, she said something that just threw me off, and in my head I'm just like, am I just being too, like, am I being too sensitive right now? You know, am I being too emotional? Like, that was really not a big deal. You get what I'm saying? Like, just let it go, you know, let it slide.
Yeah, I think for that is valid. I definitely do that as well. Of like, am I being too sensitive? I think that's a whole African cultural thing. Am I being too sensitive? That's a question you ask yourself all the time.
Every single time.
You want to cry in such situations, but you're like, nah, I can't cry. Hold it in, yo, man.
Yeah.
And like sometimes it just catches you randomly.
Yeah.
People do like in secondary school where something, and it's not as if it's the worst insult you've taken in your life.
Yeah, but
because you're not prepared
hit you at the wrong time.
But when he hits you, it's like you're holding the whole emotion in because of you don't want to be seen as sensitive or something like that. It's quite funny.
Yeah. You want to play?
All right, so let's play.
So that's why I wouldn't describe myself as toxic, but I've definitely had moments where it's like, right, I would never do that again. Do you know what I mean? Like, what?
I don't think you've ever been toxic either.
Oh, thanks.
No.
I was gonna say, you can return the favor.
Yeah. She's not a toxic person.
I'm not toxic.
That's the type of girl I want to date. She's never been toxic. That's wholesome. That's a wholesome queen. The purity.
As if a girl tells me she's never been toxic, to me that's a red flag.
That's a red flag. Yeah.
Really?
That's a red flag to me.
I say, what I mean, like, toxic in a relationship. I think that's what I mean.
I mean, she's telling me she's never been toxic.
Knows? Honestly, I'm just ranting.
Yeah,
right now.
to me that's a red flag, bro. I'll be like, what? Like,
let's move on.
Like, it says a lot about your accountability to me, but you could be right. I'm not saying you are the toxic one. You could be less toxic, right? But like, you can't be like, oh, I was never toxic.
Yeah.
To me, that's weird, bro. Like, who knows?
Actually,
You might not be lying, but
that doesn't show self-reflection.
Yeah. You have to reflect back.
Yeah.
Think about. Like,
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I just want a pure queen. That's just it.
Okay. Would somebody, if we lined up your ex's links, would they also back you on that point?
100%.
Okay.
She said it. Look at her face.
She's like, I said what I said, bro.
100%.
She looks like she would be toxic.
100%. Like, straight up.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, to me, I've definitely been toxic 100%.
Yeah.
We know.
100%. Yeah. I've only been in 2 relationships, so kind of. Well, 1.5.
1.5.
1.5 relationships.
1.5.
It counts.
1.5 relationships. Hilarious.
Have you ever broken anyone's heart?
Nah.
Never.
Nah. Too nice. I'm just Angel. I'm just Angel.
Are you sure
But
if you ask somebody, they'll say,
yeah, nah, because the thing is with me and guys, you know how like there'll be a guy who likes you and da-da-da-da. I never take it too far if I know I don't like you. We can have one date and I'm not doing this again. So if you've already fallen in love, that's your own.
What's your funniest dating story?
I don't have any funny dating stories. I don't even remember dating.
This is so embarrassing, yeah. And the person who was with, please do not speak up, there's no need. But basically, I think the person I was dating came to pick me up from like a party. And he came to like pick me up in his car. Then obviously I go in the car, yeah, and then like, I was just lip-syncing and stuff, yeah. And the next thing you know, like, I just feel a gush of wind, yeah. And then my wig fell off.
Holy shit.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That is mad. That is mad.
That's actually hilarious.
That is mad.
Yeah, is that how we fell
But
off?
I'm sure that's a common experience, though.
Is it common?
Like that. That's the. No, I think it's a common occurrence. That's what I'll say. It.
I don't know. I've never seen that before. Like I've never like been. Have I been?
Have you never seen girls' wigs fall off?
I lied. I've seen girls' wigs fall off every now and then. But like that's very.
Yeah.
That's actually
like
funny,
in that
though.
situation, obviously not.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's actually funny.
I wouldn't be surprised about that situation. Like,
Yeah.
that is mad.
I mean, what would you do, Peter, in that situation? What would you do?
What's your
Peter, what would you
funniest-
do? Would you like just pick up her weave and
It
put
is
it back
not
on her head?
The way I will laugh at her, I'll laugh at her.
That's so mean, bro. Why the hell would you
Obviously,
laugh?
but I'll say, I'll do it with love.
You love
Yeah,
with
yeah,
love.
You gotta do it with love. Like your little teasing.
No, but
I'll-
even if
I'll
it's your
say something
girlfriend, what
stupid,
if
you
it's someone that you just met? Like,
Yeah.
maybe like you don't really, maybe like second, third dates.
Yeah, that's what obviously I'll try to be like, it's okay. I'll try to be considerate of her feelings. I'll be like, yeah, it's okay, it's fine, it's chill, like it's okay. Just try to make her feel comfortable because obviously she's in a panic and she's feeling awkward in that situation. So
Yeah.
I'll try to calm things, reassure her.
Yeah.
But if it was my girlfriend, I would just blow her. I was like, yo, man.
Oh, definitely.
Yo, look at that head. But obviously at the end, I'll maybe like kiss her forehead. I'll be like, yo, I love this beautiful forehead that you just packed in.
Yeah,
your
I
hair.
like that.
I'll do it in a teasing way.
Yeah, but
like I'm teasing her about it, but
you have to sandwich
in a
the
loving
teasing. You have to
situation.
it's kind of like you can
Yeah.
I don't know, you love, then you tease, then you love again. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
that's something I've actually learned because I think my
actually,
teasing-
I would say that I definitely too. I'm scared to compliment girls in certain ways, if that makes sense.
But you think
Like,
that
I can't just
you're
straight up say
overdoing
that.
it?
Oh yeah, actually that's not true. I can straight up tell you, you're looking beautiful today. I've done that. I've done it in front of you guys too as well. So I'm not scared of doing that. But what I meant, I didn't know. I was just in my own head. I was in my own feelings.
Yeah, I mean,
right now.
I'll say this:
So-
like that's also one of my toxic traits that came out from my previous relationship, like over teasing. Right, that's something that she told me that I did a lot.
Yeah,
and in my head, I think I'm joking, and I think I make it obvious that I'm joking, but she doesn't really pick up on the joke, or maybe it's just not funny, and I find it funny. So like, I'm just like teasing her, going in. But to me, it's like she's returning the jabs too, and it's like to me, it's like, yo, this is some beautiful banter right here. You know, it's kind of like, call me big forehead, I'll call you big nose. You know, call me that. It's like, but at the end of the day, like,
but there needs to.
But when
there
you
needs to be
mature a
balance
little bit
with that.
more, you're like, just because she says something doesn't mean she's feeling that thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, she might just be trying to put on the front and everything. So you need to look at the word beneath the word. Like, look at what she's saying underneath what she's saying, and then her body language as well. So yeah, don't overdo it.
I would like to do that teasing stuff once in a while, but in general, I'm like more wholesome. I want to make sure my girl knows that she's a queen. You know what I mean?
100%.
That's it.
100%.
Well, obviously, the teasing is going to be here and there, but
Yeah.
I don't want to make it a staple in what we do weekly or daily. Yeah, that makes sense.
Definitely more
Yeah,
wholesome
sure.
than or let me say more authentic love than teasing.
I will
Something
say
like that.
this. I will even say this. With all the girls I've liked, I find it difficult actually teasing them. I
Really?
yeah. And that's what I think of. I find it.
Do you mean
difficult
liked
teasing
or like
because
being
I'm
in a
just so
relationship with?
infatuated. No, like girls I've really, really liked. I wanted to be in a relationship with, or I was in a
But maybe
relationship.
because you
with.
didn't know them that
I
well.
find it
though.
hard teasing them.
And you know when you're in that awkward phase.
I've been with it. I've no. I've known them. Trust
so,
me.
Okay, so you didn't.
But I
You
find it-
didn't.
'cause I'm just
you found
so-
it hard to tease Christine.
Yes, actually.
Really?
But in a arguments, but like teasing like physically, if that makes sense. Like calling her big nose forehead. I never
No,
did
that was different. That was
but if it
different.
was
That was
like
different.
an
That was-
argument
I'll
and
just give
stuff
it
like
as
that,
an
then
example.
yes.
That's not like necessarily what we're doing, right? But like I'll just give it out as an
Okay,
example.
okay.
Because the girl physically is.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I might make fun of your hair. You get what I'm saying? Or your makeup. To me, like now, like that to me, that's not you. You know what I'm saying? Like your hair is not you. Your makeup is not you. It's just your makeup is separate from you. But I think girls kind of like blend them together. So when I make a comment on your makeup or your eyelashes, I'm just like, bro, those lashes are looking mad long. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit, like is looking like a fan. In my head, I'm not really teasing you. I'm just teasing your eyelash. But to her, it's like, damn, I spent the last 45 minutes trying to place this eyelash on my head. You've come for me. That's why I'm like, okay, like I need to be better with that. Like reading that situation.
I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't tease girls that I really like physically. If it's like a conversation or an argument that we're having about politics, geography, history or something, I can do that. But in terms of like their beauty, I find it difficult. I don't even know what to say. I'm just so infatuated with the girl. I'm just like, yo, this girl is perfect. She's mad. Like even her imperfections, I love them. Yeah. I'm that type of nigga. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm like, I'm in love with your imperfection, bro. You're flat. Yeah, I like that shit.
I like that shit, bro.
Wholesome.
Oh my gosh, man. Yeah. So that's me. Let's finish this video, man. It's long.
Yeah.
And you know the thing is, I was drunk, so I was like, wow. And instead of me to just slip it back on, because you know when you're on mid-lips, a lot of stuff.
Your eyes are closed anyway.
Yeah. But then I screamed. I was like, ah!
Honestly, I'd probably scream too.
And he was like, what's wrong? Then he saw, obviously, and realised.
Do you know what, yeah? I actually, because this is hard for me to even come up with an answer, because I feel like my whole dating in my 20s has been an ongoing joke. Like,
an ongoing joke.
I think it's just been ongoing. Like, I think like from the guy that you actually thought that you were going out with, but it was in your head, like, because he weren't going out with you. To me, that's a joke, innit? Like, and that's just ongoing. Do you know what I mean? Like, how are you dating someone and they don't know that you're dating them?
I don't think guys ever have that type of problem.
Of course not.
That's a girl thing.
That's definitely a girl thing.
Of course not.
You guys are always like, when did I ask you to be my girlfriend? And then but you've been talking to me every day, and you've been calling me, and you've been, you know, I don't know, complimenting me, and you know, it's like, bro, like, or even calling me babes and shit like that. You know, guys will call you babes out there. It's like, nah. Like, I don't think you're my babe though, but I'll call you babe.
Girls really be in their own world. Girls really be in their own world. How can you say that you guys think you're dating boyfriend and girlfriend, and the guy have never popped the question? It's like, what?
That's facts.
Yeah, you have to ask the guy straight up, bro. Like, and like, I mean, to be fair though, I know this YouTube couple that the guy said that he never asked his girl, but assumed that they were dating for a while. And I mean, this was the guy in college and everything, and like the guy was just like, I mean, obviously that's my baby, you know what I'm saying? Like, to him, he had already like secured, but the girl was just like, bro, you literally never asked me to be your girlfriend. Like, you have to actually officially ask me, and I think is a good practice for.
He never asked me.
He never like asked you officially. Damn.
Kind of just.
It just kind of just happened.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then he took me to dinner. I think like maybe 2.5 years into the relationship. And like he had the waiter like bring, I don't even know if it was ice cream on a plate, and it was like, will you be my girlfriend?
That's cute, man. That's cute. But why you say it like that with that kind of face, man? That's kind of cute.
After 2.5 years later, though, I'm like, what? I thought this would be marriage, not even.
I definitely laughed.
You laughed?
But it was cute. I mean, it was cute. Like I like jokingly teased, like
I mean, you definitely the fact that he did that means you definitely brought it up in the past, though.
Right? I had brought it up.
Yeah. So like, I think I mean, 2.5 years later, damn, that's quite a while.
That's wild.
Damn, bro. But
that's wild. I mean, I guess, but I guess you knew you guys were dating. So.
Yeah, we very much.
You still knew. You know, like I'll just say, just make sure that the guy doesn't have an out. You know, because that's an out that some guys can take. You'll be like, I literally never asked you, fam. Like,
yeah. Some girls will even be stay in that situation. All of a sudden, they say, oh. We were never dating. 2.5 years. The
next day when you introduce, just imagine the guys introduce you. Oh, this is my friend.
This is my friend. God forbid.
You just like what? Like the girl will be looking at you too. Like I never.
Because we'll never talk again after that.
Yo, oh my gosh,
man, the ghetto.
You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing with friends with benefits. I was looking what I'd be doing though. I'd be like, yo, this is my friend.
I mean, that one is different. The friend with benefits is like that's
actually a friend.
Oh my gosh. I know, but
like, I get the awkwardness you're talking about. Like, it'll still be weird. Like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I mean, continue. Let's see what this woman has said.
I kind of started to feel a bit like a bit of a twat, a bit silly, just because I'm thinking, so okay, cool. So you haven't been dating this long, but you've had guys in your life. So why aren't you dating?
I was really sick this time. One time, I had a cold, and I told him I had a cold. So my replies were really slow. We were meant to meet up the next week. So obviously it was Wednesday. We were meant to meet up on Thursday. I was like, oh yeah, are we still gonna meet up? He was all like, nah, man, I don't think we're gonna do that anymore. I was like, why? He goes, yeah, your replies were slow. I was like, I was sick. And he goes, yeah, but I just gotta respect myself. I was like, what?
Yo, bro, that was
There's this guy
definitely one time.
that went to my uni.
Yeah.
And we left uni and he started talking to me. And I was like, oh, hey, like, didn't think anything. And I'm quite like a friendly person. So I don't you have to make it very clear to me that you're into me. Otherwise, I just think you're cool. Do you know what I mean? And anyway, he made it clear that, oh yeah, I want to take you on a date. So I was like, oh, sick. Okay, cool. Like, we can do that. Got ready, was ready, whatever. Then I just didn't hear from him.
Damn.
Oh, wow. You just disappeared?
Like, that day.
And then what happened after?
Like, I just didn't, that's what I mean. Like, we were talking up until like maybe about an hour and a half.
Huh? So you never like bumped into him or anything like that?
Nothing. I was so like confused.
Were you dressed up at that point? Like makeup
I was
on
ready
your
to
face?
come out my house. What do you like? And I just didn't hear from him ever again.
You guys know about my like lunchtime dates. If I'm not all the way sold on people, I try to be economical with my time. So it's like, link me near my office during my lunch break, and I'm purposely not gonna bring like my stuff, and I'll roll up like just me as I am, and it's just a case of like, well, would you look at that? I've got a meeting to get back to, and we can wrap it up.
That's smart.
So where is the romance in that? Ade is treating it like a business meeting.
Flog me, why don't you?
No, but why would you?
You came here to tear my singlets. I hope
This
you're happy.
baby's definitely Nigerian, man. Oh, that's it. That's
He came here to tear my singlet.
Tear me my singlet. Nah,
I don't know what singlets is. Singlets are like tank tops or like dad beaters. Is it dad beaters or what's it called?
Wife beaters. Wife beaters.
Wife beaters is so weird to me, bro. But anyhow, sure, like yeah, those are what singlets are. But Jesus,
honestly, those were interesting, funny stories of like just 1 hour to a date, the nigga doesn't show up.
That's
Savage.
wild, bro. Like
just ghost you. Just
That
imagine
happened to
you
me.
were talking to the guy 1 hour and like the guy just ghosts you. Oh, did that happen to you, Bola?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
It really happened
After
to you?
quarantine bay. Yeah. We were supposed to meet up, like hang out, I think for like the first time. And he was gonna pick me up. I was doing my makeup and everything. And I think we were talking like that whole day, like that morning. And then we were supposed to meet up at like 6 o'clock. He was supposed to pick me up. And around like 5-ish, I was like, hey, like looking forward to seeing you soon. I'll be done in half an hour, 45 minutes. 6 o'clock comes around, no response. Then I'm like, okay, maybe he's late. Maybe his phone died. 6:30, no response. 7 o'clock, no response. I just wiped my face and went to bed.
Shit.
That's wild.
What did this nigga say after? Because you guys obviously had something.
So it turned out his phone was broken. So he didn't have a phone to use, or it was cracked and it would take him like 20 minutes just to send one text or whatever. I don't know. But I ended up, on my detective shit, I downloaded like one of those fake phone number apps and I texted his number. And then he was like, who is this? And then I was like, oh, okay. So you can respond to this text, but not my text.
What is it, detective? What the hell?
Yo.
And then I called him out
God.
through my actual number. Then we had a conversation. Yeah, but we all know how that story ended.
That is wild, bro.
Wow.
What? The shit that
Wait,
niggas
what?
be saying. Niggas said I broke my phone.
Wait.
To be fair, the phone was broken. Like when we did meet up again, like he did show it to me and it was pretty fucked up. But like the fact that he could respond to a random text and not my text when we had planned to be doing something that day was just wonky.
Yo, if a girl does that to me, does that investigate some stuff, I'm just
We'd
like,
be on our detective shit. I put on my Sherlock Holmes hat.
To me, that's a red flag. I'm like, yo, you're doing too much to just.
I don't know if it's a red flag,
catch me
bro.
by
To me,
lie.
it's just something I would think about. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like if a girl tells
Yo,
me
I don't think guys. I mean, actually,
like, okay, let's put it like
Yeah,
this.
that's
Like, let's just say
wild.
that
I mean-
happened to me. Let me put myself in both issues. If that happened to me, like the reverse was like I was at the girl's house already calling her, she never responded, things like that. I'll just go home and never talk to her. Let me just say never talk to her again, but probably never talk to her. Like she tells me her phone broke or whatever.
I'll wait for
I
her
already
to
know she's
text
capping.
me.
Like, cause to me that doesn't make any fucking
Yeah,
sense.
yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's like, yo,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
there's
yeah,
no
yeah,
story
yeah.
you tell me that will actually
I'm
make
just-
sense. If you respected my time,
Yeah,
if your phone broke, whatever happened to you, you're alive, you would have at least be like, I literally have a date. Let me.
Yeah.
message this guy on
There's
Facebook
always
or
a way to
WhatsApp
text. There's
or
always a way to
something.
text
Like,
someone.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's just-
There's always a way. And
there's
it's
no
not
way.
just like. it's like with all the social medias we have, with all the
Yeah.
internet and everything, with the laptops.
Yeah.
There's a way to
It's
text
like,
it,
there's a
bro.
way.
So in my
I
head,
agree.
in my head, I mean, I won't even do investigating stuff. I'll just wait for her to text.
Yeah, I will investigate.
Let her spill her lies and just be like, okay, I'll just friend zone you.
Yeah, that's at that point, like you already
But if
know
it's a girl I really
where you
like,
are.
if it's a girl I really like, it to be difficult. But I'll be cautious. I'll definitely have an eye open. Of like, this
You think she will still be on wifey
Just
list?
fucking mad.
To me, that's
It will be
automatic.
difficult
To
to be
me,
on
to
that
me that's
wifey
pretty
list.
automatic. Like, to me, that's just a glaring red flag in my head. Now, just cause I'm like, I don't really cut people off, so like, I'm not necessarily saying I'll never like interact with you again in my life, but just more like, it will probably be like 2 years of like literally knowing you as a regular human being to be like, okay, maybe that was like something that's just behind that completely. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but,
Yeah.
For me, yeah, probably cut off.
It's
Like-
not if I give people chances.
Yeah.
It's not if I give girls chances. It's just that I'll have one eye open for sure. That's
Yeah,
what I
because you're
do.
trying to
I'm
smash,
most
bro.
likely if she, chill nigga. I'm most likely if she does it once, she's probably going to do it again.
Do
And
it
obviously
again.
when she's a repeated offenses, I'm just going to be like, yeah, it's done, bruv. It's done.
Yeah.
I mean, that was it, guys. Dating while black or dating black. Interesting.
Apparently, it's the ghetto,
The
man.
ghetto.
Yeah.
The ghetto.
It's hard.
The ghetto.
Pilgrimage.
Honestly,
Everything.
man, I'm low-key scared of getting back into the dating scene with all this nonsense I'm hearing.
It's very scary for sure.
You're about to in the fall. Abi.
Yeah. No, I don't think I'm not going to be dating. I mean, if you fall,
Actually, is this never going to be a season where you're going to be dating? Like, do you think there's
Yes.
ever going to be a
I think
time
there'll
in
be a
your
season.
life where you're going to
Yes.
be like
Yes.
going on like dates?
Hopefully,
like,
hopefully, I don't have.
consistently?
Hopefully, I don't have to get to that season. I say hopefully I don't have to get to that. I just find a wife real quick.
Same, bro.
Because I mean, what happened with Timmy and the girl them? We in my junior year, if it fell on my lap, I was not planning anything like that. Even what's her name in senior year, the black girl with the big bunda. You feel me? It fell on my lap. So yeah, I usually like.
Nigga, what?
Yeah, very few times that I did something intentionally.
Yeah.
With a girl.
Yeah.
Usually it just falls on my lap. I'm like, oh. I mean, if it usually falls on my lap, then I pick with what I want. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I pick the one I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope I
but
never.
it's interesting,
I
man.
hope I'm never in that situation where I'm like going on dates. Because to me, at that point, it'll be like, okay, maybe I'm like clocking 32, and I'm like, I guess I haven't really found the wife yet. I need to actually take matters into my own hands and like do what I did to get there.
Tiso has too many automatic red flags.
You know, but for me, it's like just like I like to like be on some friendly vibes, and then like I get to know you more. Now I might go out here and there, but I don't think there'll be a season where I'm actively like, okay, like I'm going on date with this person, and then next person, and then next person. It's just like
I personally don't like that either.
Yeah.
I like knowing my girls.
Yeah.
I like knowing the girls.
Yeah.
That sounded weird. I like knowing the girl I'm interested in for quite a while. Like seeing her
Yeah.
interact with other people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, facts.
I fall in love with personalities. That's the way I say it. I like beauty. I'm attracted to beauty, but I fall in love with personalities. That is mine. All right. So that's it. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for this week's on the Afro Journal. Let's get in our journal entries of this episode. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
All right.
Journal entry for the week is I'm living in the ghetto.
Oof. I'm living. My journal entry is that I'm living in planet Mars.
You're living in Mars?
Because I'm not even. Yeah, I'm living in Mars. I'm not even in the dating scene at all.
You're not in the vicinity.
I'm in Mars.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. My journal entry for the week is don't play a man's game, fam. You're only going to play yourself. I just said. Don't try it. Don't even try it.
That's a good advice right there.
Yeah, that's literally what I told my sister.
All right.
Like, my close friends.
I always told my sister, like, don't play a guy's game.
Don't play a guy's game.
Like, I've seen it. You know what I mean? I've seen where guys play games. You girls don't want to play with guys.
Don't do it.
Don't play with guys. Because the way they will do you, men will embarrass you. That's the way I'll just put it. Like, if you're dealing with a man, he will literally just humiliate you in front of everyone. And that's the worst situation as a woman. Yeah. Because when you're it's character assassination basically at that point.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to do to that nigga? The nigga will talk to another girl who say that, oh, he's different.
Yeah.
And I don't care about his rumors. While you are in the mud, Your whole social, stigma has been destroyed.
It's crazy. He introduced you as his friend. Yeah, that's my friend.
Yeah, it's your boy. It's your boy Peter Iketiki Echimuza Lego Jr.
It's your girl Bole Kume.
And it's your Tosa Karamo Chisomeji Keme Jeremiah Okafo. And we out, guys.
And we out. Peace. Adios.